Vancouver Canucks captain Bo Horvat has been a hot topic of conversation around the league lately, and it continues to heat up as he had a talk on Monday with his team and rejected pretty much their final offer for an extension, which means that he's going to be a big piece up for grabs at the deadline. Many teams like the Boston Bruins, Toronto Maple Leafs, Edmonton Oilers, and of course, the Colorado Avalanche are believed to be heavily in on him. So today, we're going to take a look at a potential trade and decide whether it would be worth it for the Avalanche. Horvat is currently having a career year in Vancouver, putting up an astounding 20 goals through just 28 games played, along with 9 assists to go with it. His current cap hit is at just $5.5 million, which is very low for the production that he'd be giving us. Of course, the biggest thing you have to look at when determining whether this would be worth it is what the Avalanche would have to give up. The biggest piece that the Avs would have to give up, and one that I think they will no matter what, is Sam Girard. He takes up $5 million in cap space for the Avalanche and could clear pretty much the entire space for Horvat to come in. Girard currently has just 5 points through 20 games this season and is sitting at a -8 rating. Of course, with the recent injury problem that he's had, you don't even know if he can make it through the playoffs again this year without getting hurt. People need to understand that we're not watching the same Sammy G that we were in 2019, and it's time to give him a fresh start somewhere else. However, you would need to throw in something else for the Canucks as well. They're either going to want a prospect or a draft pick to go with him. One player that I've heard going around is JT Compher, but this one doesn't really make a lot of sense for either side. Why would the Avs want to give up one of their best depth players right before his contract expires at the end of the season? To add on to that, he's a center. Why would either team give up one center just to grab another one? Compher's just too good, especially defensively, but also offensively, and means too much to our depth to give him up and grab us another center. Plus, again, why would the Canucks want to sign him or trade for him if they're going to have to sign him right away, probably for a higher price than he is right now? The next player going around is Alex Newhook. Of course, coming into the season, Newey was the guy that was expected to take over this role, but after underperforming for the first quarter of the season, he's been removed from the spot. Newhook currently takes just under $1 million in cap space, which would open up just enough room to bring in Horvat, but I don't know if I'd be willing to give him up for pretty much a rental. No, he hasn't been what the Avs have wanted yet, but he isn't even two seasons into his career and still has plenty of time to develop. We'll probably be able to re-sign him to a pretty low contract at the end of the season if he stays with the team. If we truly had to, I could see him leaving, but I'd rather he stay for the time as I still think he has plenty of time to develop. The third player is the up-and-comer prospect Oskar Lausson. He was put in the lineup by the Avalanche when they hosted Vancouver 2 weeks ago, so the Canucks could get a look at him. Like Newey, I wouldn't want to give up a Lausson, but if we got a good deal for Horvat, I wouldn't die over him leaving. He has a bright future ahead, but grabbing Horvat could be the difference between us repeating and not repeating. So, like I said, if Vancouver offered the right deal, it wouldn't kill me to see a Lausson go. Overall, I would want to see us give up a draft pick before we look at one of our players. Maybe we give up a 2024 first or a pair of late picks down the road. If Vancouver doesn't want to go for it, then a Lausson would probably be my second choice, of course, with Sam Girard. This is a trade that I would be happy either way with. If we trade him, I think that it'll make us almost unbeatable through the Western Conference with a healthy lineup, but at the same time, I think the lineup we have now is also very solid and still has a chance to take us all the way. But tell me what you guys think. Do you think that the Avs need Bo Horvat? Even if they don't need him, he would certainly help with all the injuries right now. But where do you think he'll go? Do you think the Avalanche will take him? With that being said, I want to say thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.